Hi everybody, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. I'm Rebecca from ArtistRebeccaLS, and today I thought we would take another look at the Gansai Tambi watercolors. Let's go. Okay guys, so the Gansai Tambi watercolors are Japanese watercolors straight from Japan, and they come in a box like this, and this is the 18 set, and you can get smaller and much larger sets. So we take the lid off, and inside you have a little swatch chart that you swatch yourself when the box comes, and then you can see, so they're blank, and you put the colour on yourself. So I thought that was very good. And it's by Kuretake. And I love seeing that it says made in Japan. So I then put the base into the lid, so it's more convenient, like a tray. And the other thing about these, they are what we call a full-sized pan. They're not the half pans that you get in watercolours. And the reason for that is that in Japan they use much larger brushes for doing their calligraphy style art. And because of that, their brushes are big, so they need to be able to fit into the watercolour. So that's why they've made these, particularly for that. Now, some people would say that these are not the traditional watercolour because they are quite intense. So it's an in-between of an ink, if you see what I mean. But I still love them. And some will say that they act differently to other watercolours, but I personally haven't noticed that. So I've already given them a spray with this. It's just old water that I just give them a quick spray with. And we're going to just, I think, show you guys. And I'm just going to do like a couple of pages. And later, not in this video, but when it's dry, I can then maybe draw a portrait over the top of the background that we're going to do now. We're just going to have a look at all the colours, I thought. So we're going to start with, let me see if I can take this pan out as I use it. So I'm using this one, which is one of the reds. You get, I'm going to say you get 2 reds, 2 kind of pinks, 2 types of yellow, 4 greens, about 3 blues, a purple, I think a black, a light terracotta brown and a white. So we're starting with this kind of scarlet red. And I'll wet my brush. You can see, if we do a bit more, it's a lovely, you know, pinky red. It's great for your sunsets. If we do it neat, like that. So put that back. And they do come out quite easy. And you can, in certain places, buy them individually so that you can then replace the colours as they run out. So then this is the second one in the row. Just gently stroke the pan. You can see this is more of a pink. And for me in France, I get free delivery from Japan, and they will be just under 28 euros for this set. In Italy, they're just under, if I remember correctly, let me think. I'm going to put it in the description, so I don't think I can remember offhand. I would say there was a €5 discrepancy, so maybe 47 or something like that. Maybe a €10 discrepancy. I know things are more expensive in Italy, and you'd have to justify whether you think it is worthwhile. But what I would say is that okay, they look like a full pan, but they're not filled right to the top. So some people have complained that you don't get enough paint for your money. But I would actually disagree with that. Just having trouble getting this pan out. I would disagree simply because you don't need to use as much because the paint is more intense, so it goes further. You have to think of it like an ink, I would say. So that's why it's more staining, you know? Finally got that one out. And this is more my favourite colour in the set. It's wetting the brush. And you literally just stroke the pan. And you see how intense that is. So I stroked the pan front and back with the brush twice. So it's like 4 times to get this intense colour. And then I kind of just add more water because I just like to do that to blend them all in together. And it gives you lots of different effects. You know, you're going to get splodge marks, which a lot of people don't like, but I do, from where too much water's hit it. I love having all that for texture. So that's the kind of reddy pink part there, the page. So we put that back. And then we'll get this one for the bottom. And again, this is more like an orange. You can see it is kind of, if I leave it there, it does seem to be full, but it will kind of, it's misleading. The sides get full, but it will dip in the middle. So you think you're getting more paint than what you are, which is what a lot of people have complained about, which is why they don't use it. But for me, I think that they're really lovely. And I don't use them all the time, you know. I did have a spate, you know, like you do with a new toy where you use it constantly. But I didn't get through them all and I'm prolific. You know, so it depends what you're going to be using it for. Probably also a lot of artists are using them for manga because of the nice intense colours. Now sometimes you won't get the pan out because I've used this set a lot and the gum arabic in it is going to stick to each other. We did get that. But I do like that you can buy individual colours and refill your pack. So here is our lovely yellow. And I've used this the most, and you can see there's a bit of a divot in it because I've not stroked in the beginning. I stabbed. So you do have to not stab your paint. You can see here how strong that yellow is lovely. And then if we water it down, isn't that lovely? And then we're going to go for the yellow ochre, if that comes out. Yep, here we go. So we want to stroke it. And we'll go over here. We might go into a time lapse, guys, because this does take a while. And I might not take the pans out all the time because we're going to go into a greeny one now. So the one here is where I've just stroked it. And I'm just going to go here. Just a little area so that you can see. And then this one. I love this green. I use this green like the most I'd get through that the most. And then this one. I like that there's lots of different greens, because I do get through green a lot when I'm doing landscapes and things. And then this dark one really adds to it. It doesn't look so fake. Sometimes they can be too bluey, I find, and not what you'd see in nature. But you can mix all these together, and then we'll go into this kind of ultramarine blue here, and that's a nice one. And then this Prussian-y blue, kind of more of a civilian perhaps. Then we've got this sky blue, and I think it is called sky. If we do it here, so the white and a blue have been mixed. Then, I'm not sure what this is, I think it's a blue. It's very hard to know what they are. There we go, that's the navy Prussian-y blue, isn't it? It's difficult to know when they're so dark what they possibly could be. Now this is a purple, and that has often caught me out when I thought it was a blue, and it turned out it wasn't. And then this, I think, is going to be the black. See? And then this brown. And there we have it, guys. What do you think? The Gansai Tambi watercolors. I love them. And I hope you found this video useful and helpful. And I'm going to catch you next time. See ya!